Delta 5, Hotel Kilo Romeo is returning.
Hello and welcome to the lovely Peak District. So today I'm here to try out a new radio called the PreppComm DMX-40. It's a Morse Code decoder and encoder. I've also brought a bunch of different radios just to play radio for a couple of hours. And also we have a new vehicle for the channel. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser 120. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes as well. Let's get on with it. I bought this PreppComm. It arrived about 7-8 days ago. And I've only ever plugged it in at home to try and decode some Morse code. And at home there's so much noise, I'm not getting a clear impression of how, of the capabilities of this. So I thought I'd bring it out where it's going to be cleaner signals coming in, less urban noise, and see how well it decodes. I'm not a CW operator. It's not something that has really floated my boat. I do appreciate the enjoyment of CW for those people that dedicate a large part of their hobby towards it. For me, I've got many things in the ham radio hobby that take my time up. A lot of digital work, APRS, some of the voice stuff, interested in propagation, the whole range of different subtopics. CW has never really been one of the areas that I've always wanted to focus on. However, I'm wondering whether the PreppComm, I'm wondering whether devices like this could be the way forward for those people who want to try out Morse code and CW but haven't got the time. Hats off to anybody that dedicates the time to doing that. So I'm going to get set up and then I'll talk a little bit more about this radio and a few other things that are going on the channel, and then yeah, we're back in a minute. Right, going to use the DX Commander pole and 705. Let's put the 705 there for the moment. And here I've got a little speaker for the DMX-40. There's a little keyboard that comes with it, so I'll sort that out in a minute. I just want to get out, this is the end-fed. I'm going to put the end-fed wire onto this, run the wire out there. Right, let's get the glasses on. we'll need the keyboard anyway, just to receive, because you can alter the audio volume and then the RF gain. Let's turn up a little bit. Alright, so at the moment, oh yeah, and also what you can do with the keyboard is you can, let me just do this properly. Let's try and find some. When that's flashing, it means that it's picked up. Start to get some decodes there. At home, I'm not getting really clear decodes at all. There's so much noise. Now I'm hoping here that we can have some improvements. Let's go down and find some. Okay, OH2YL, that seems to be decoding quite well on that. I really don't know how well this is going to pick out with just this bit of sun on the glass. I must admit, when the sun is on it, on the glass, it is reflecting on it, even for my own eyes rather than just the camera. Right. This guy's doing some testing. Oscar Hotel 2 Tango Mike Delta, and his Oscar Hotel 2 Yankee Lima. I think they're trying to put out test. Okay, so there are some decent videos around with all of the specs and the more technical details of the PreppComm. I'm not going to go over them because I'm just going to be reading from the fact sheet anyway. I've only had this a few days, so this is not me trying to put out that I'm the expert in this. This is just, I wanted just to get out here to see how well it decodes, and that's the aim of being out here. So hopefully in the next half an hour I'll pick up a few more signals and I'll see how clean the decoding is. This is it's a QRP transceiver, about 3 watts on 12 volts, but it can take between 12 and 16 volts, so up to 15-16 volts you do get 4 watts out of it. So really you have got to have a decent antenna system with this. I believe, I mean, it's called PreppComm, so it comes from the prepper community, this idea of using Morse code as part of the preparedness culture, preparedness community. Now, we really don't know what you're going to send on Morse code that you can't send through data. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is to concentrate on Morse code for the prepping community. I wouldn't use it if I needed to send information between 2 points during an emergency. For me, I could probably pack in more into packets of data and send them either via WinLink, APRS, or even JS8 call and such like. So I don't know what the fours are for using CW. I just find this idea of a box that will decode and encode Morse code, find it really interesting. I just wonder if the future of Morse code and ham radio is going to dwindle to such a point where it's in very, very niche part of the hobby and not used by that many people. I wonder if that is going to be the case. Now, if that is the future of CW in ham radio, I wonder if these relatively budget-friendly devices that can encode and decode may breathe a bit of life into CW. I don't know. Answers on the postcard. Right. Okay. So we're getting a few decodes on there with the test. I'm just going to try and find a stronger signal and see if we can pick up any more stations any clearer. So I'm here, I'm not far from a place called Alton. I came here a few weeks ago in the Land Rover. I think I parked further down there, where I did a little bit of radio, tried a bit of 2 meters. Look at that for takeoff. Absolutely lovely. I'm not going to do any transmitting today through CW, mainly because the way that CW operators operate is not something you can dive in as a novice. We use a machine like this and just try and get into the rhythm of the way that the QSOs happen, the way that you answer CQ calls or you put CQ calls out. I need to learn how that backwards and forwards exchange happens. So this gives me an opportunity, really, using this decoder to learn and to hear those exchanges happening. And that's one part of learning about CW, is understanding how exchanges happen. So I'm not going to do any transmitting mainly for that reason. And second, I really want to have confidence that the decoder is going to work enough, that because my ears aren't trained enough, my ears only can pick out certain phrases and certain letters, because I've tried a little bit of CW in the past, so I know one or two bits of it, but not enough. I need to have confidence that the decoder is going to work. So we'll do all of that, and then we'll talk about, because it's this PreppComm is made for preppers, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. One of the best things about these Land Cruisers is standard. You get one of these. You get a Raycal Cougar VHF as standard. Nice. I've stuck on the dual band antenna, just run that cable through the gap here. Right, so Toyota Land Cruiser 120. The Land Rover it's almost gone now. Got a buyer coming to collect it this week. It's something I've always wanted, is a Land Cruiser. I've always wanted to try out to see the capabilities of them. I've only had it for the past 4 or 5 days, so it's quite new to me. This is the first run out in the vehicle, just to try it out, to see what needs doing to it. It's sad to see the Land Rover go, but after this recent MOT, I just realised that to keep a Land Rover of that age on the road, you really need to get your hands dirty. You perhaps need to do a bit of welding, and you need to be able to take on some of the labour yourself, or else you just end up paying somebody else to doing all the work. Exciting times with the Cruiser. At the moment, I've not done much in the way of getting the vehicle ready for adventurising. I've just stuck in a few things in the back. Got a few things in here, the usual cooking and a big marine battery. But the good thing about this vehicle is it's got 2 batteries under the hood, It's a 24 volt start system on the Land Cruiser, but once the engine's kicked in, there are two 12 volt batteries act independently, so I can run a little bit more electricity directly from the batteries under the hood. But I've also brought one of my marine batteries which I can charge up via solar as well. I really miss having a shelf. I may look at having a shelf put in. I've taken the back seats out. I had the foldable seats in here, I've taken them out to give more space here. But at the moment I'm not thinking about ripping anything out in here. Just want to try and use it vanilla for the time being, and then maybe get some ideas what to do with storage and just general camping gear. I don't know if you can see or not, but just behind me there's a chap that's turned up on the quad bike. Really, he can see the wire. I'm sure he can see the wire. I'm sure he's not going to turn his quad bike and just ride over it. But I might just pop over and just remind him not to garrot himself on the antenna wire.
Ebenfalls 5.9 als Delta Lima 0844 44 schöne Ostern.
Foxtrot 4 Hotel Zulu Radio Post. Foxtrot 4 Hotel Zulu.
Bis die Bedingungen etwas besser werden, ja? Das, genau.
Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango.
I hear a Mike 0 station. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango.
Mike 0 question mark Tango. The band at the moment is very poor. Thank you that you're responding to my call. On this side the name is Herman. Herman Hotel Echo Romeo Mike Alpha in November. So as I said, the band is very poor. Would you so kindly to repeat your call time slowly? Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Herman. The call sign is Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango Sugar Zulu Tango. I'm a mobile station QRP station, and the name is Carl Charlie Alpha Romeo Lima. You are 5858 into the UK QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm not sure about your call signs, Charles. I hope I have your name correct. I copy Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango, but I'm not sure. Let's try again. QRP station, very nice. As I said, the band is very poor at the moment, and I still catch you with your QRP station. Well, let's try again. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Roger, you got the call sign correct. That is correct. It is Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango mobile station. The name is Carl Charlie Alpha Romeo Lima, situated in the central part of the UK QSL.
Yeah, Roger, Carl. And I also heard I had your call signs correct. Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango Papa Delta 5 Hotel Kilo Romeo is returning. You 4 5 5. The modulation is not 5 but 4. But I copy you, and I'm wondering, Charles.
Okay, so it wasn't until I actually plugged in the 705 that I realised the bands are very, very quiet. Propagation must be really poor. I wasn't quite sure on the DMX-40 on the decoder. Thoughts? What do I think about the PreppComm? I did pick up some signals. It did decode clearer than it did at home. it wasn't the leap in quality that I was hoping to get. So maybe because of propagation, that the signals weren't strong enough on the PreppComm to get some decent decoding, not enough to make the sort of leap that I was hoping to get from travelling from home to here. I did notice that it was picking up quite a lot of interference from the mobile phone, from motorbikes coming past. It did pick up quite a lot on the front end. So I don't know whether that are just maybe more filtering on the system.
Oscar November 3, Yellow Banana. Good afternoon, Olaf. 5 and 5. Как подходите? Анна Харитон Ульяна. Роман нулевой, Анна Харитон Ульяна. Перекрыли мне частоту, диапазон полностью заблокировали. Я вас приветствую. До 10 в плюсе. Юрий, город Оренбург. Петр Брил. Да, Юрий. Блокировали. Я вас приветствую. До 10 в плюсе. Юрий, город Оренбург. Петр Брил. Да, Юрий. On the station, the computer you call, and my name is Rico. Echo November over India, Charlie Oscar. On the my station is Egita 03 Whiskey, United Whiskey. Flash Port Boy in the Juliet November, 65 Bravo Oscar. In the static and the full locator, the my Radio 1, Whiskey Radio Tango Charlie.
Right, that's it. First adventure done. A little bit of radio, flask of tea and a very nice cheese sandwich. What better way could you spend a bank holiday in the UK? So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to the next video. Bye bye for now.